Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hello. Okay, I will show you, explain to you what is assignment is all about. So, assignment, of course, it is 20%, and maximum number of member needs to be 4 members or less. Okay, so basically this is an a real example. So basically this is a MPPT called MPPT boost converter. So MPPT boost converter is basically used together with the PV module. Okay, if you don't know, PV module is basically a device that convert solar energy or sun energy into electrical energy. But the problem is the PV module is non-linear, so it is quite difficult to extract the energy from PV module. So in order to work properly, you need to have okay you need to have a MPPT boost converter. So if you see here, this is the converter. Okay, this is a real example. Okay, so as an engineer, you asked to analyze and design the generation system shows in figure 1. Okay, with the knowledge of science programming, okay, you have to write a script for each task together with the comment explaining the code. Submit the report together with the M file. So it can be separated M file. So if you can see here, your first task is you already collect the data from the PV, okay, which is this one. Okay, you collect the current and the voltage data. Okay, 20 current and voltage data has been collected. The data sensitivity is around 1 volt. Okay, I think this one is already changes. Okay, it's not 1 volt already. Okay, nevertheless, the collected data is not enough to produce a good result for PV model. Okay, so write a MATLAB script to improve the result by increasing the sensitivity from 1 volt, which is actually higher than that, to 0.001 volt using piecewise cubic Hermat interpolation. So for this one, you have to recall back your interpolation topic, okay, which is chapter 11 if not mistaken. Okay, let me check. So yes, chapter 11, polynomial. Okay, sorry, interpolation. So from that you can learn. Okay, so the original data is here, which is highly incomplete. You have only several data, not one voltage sensitive data, but actually a very bad data collection. Okay, from this data, okay, you use in piecewise cubic Hermat interpolation, you will get this data. Okay, try to do it and try to plot it and label it properly with grid, okay, and title. And of course you have to show the result something like this. Okay, if possible something like this. Okay, so that is the first task, okay, which is not very difficult. Okay, the next task is the power produced by the PV is calculated by multiplying IPV and VPV. The PPV is plot against VPV to show it figure 3. So your task is to write a MATLAB script that plot PPV and against VPV. So PPV is y-axis, VPV is x-axis. Okay, on your own, similar to figure 3, but using an improved data. So basically you have to use the interpolated result, okay, and you have to multiply I and V, okay, and then you have to plot P and V. So basically this one is array operation. Okay, you can use array operation to get this. Okay, and you will get this result. Make sure you include the grid. Okay, So that is the second task, also a simple task. Task 1 and task 2 can be combined together. The next task is the part which is a bit challenging. If you look here in the figure 1, you can see that the PSO is here. So what is PSO? PSO is a particle swarm optimization. Is a useful algorithm that can be used to determine the minimum or maximum value. But in the PV application, which is for this, PSO can be used to determine the VPV with the highest PV. So basically, the function of PSO is to determine the V. This is the V. Look at the cursor. This is the V with the highest P. So if you can see here, this is the highest V. So basically, from the highest V, you can find the VPV. So basically, the PSO will tell the power converter to operate at 30 volt. 30 something, 30 volt, because at that voltage the power is the maximum. Based on the listed structure below, I show you the list of instruction. Where is it? Based on the list of the instruction I give you below, draw the flowchart and write the pseudocode. So you have to do both. You have to draw the flowchart and write the pseudocode for the PSO used in the PV application. If you don't understand how PSO work, you can watch this video. So this is the the list of instruction. You have to load the data from the Excel, and then you have to initiate the PSO. So in the initiate of PSO, you have to create variable. This one. Try to understand what is it. You have to create a variable dVPV, change of the VPV. D. Remember D represent the change. Usually we use D, small capital D, as present the change. Deviation, right? Differentiation. Then the dPV is a horizontal vector with the number of particles. So this is the size. For this case, n particle is equals to 5. And then you have to create the VPV vector starting from 0 and n with 50. With the size of n PV. And evenly distribute using line space. Linear space. And then find the IPV based on VPV interpolated data. So basically, you already create an interpolated data model. You can use it. Then you calculate the PPV. This one you have to collaborate with the member that do the task 1 and task 2. And then find the best global PV and VPV. So PPV best global, BG is best global, and VPV best global, which respectively. So basically, what is the best global for PV and VG is basically you have to find the PPV with the highest value. And for VPV, the corresponding to the PPV BG. And then the best particle, is for VPV is equals to the PPV and VPV. So this one is just equals to each other. So you've already initiate the PSO and then iteration of PSO. So this one is your next task. In your next task, you have to create a new dVPV. You have to calculate a new dVPV. So previously dVPV here is all equals to 0. But now you have to calculate using this formula. Okay, and next you have to calculate the new VPV. Okay, and then you have to calculate the IPV and PPV is calculated based on the new VPV you calculate. Okay, use the interpolation function. Okay, make sure you use the interpolation function because the original function is not enough. Okay, and then you compare the PPV with each PPV best particle. So remember, you compare here, you have two things, best global, okay, best global and best particle. So first one you have to compare, okay, with best particle separately. Okay, for each particle you have to compare the particle. So the highest power you have to update the PPV. Okay, so this one, make sure you know this one, the comparison for this one and this one is different. Okay, and then you have to repeat step, okay, step CI, okay, from this to CV 10 times, okay, iteration. Okay, and then display the PPVG and VPV best global. So basically this one is your result. Okay, the variable are located of the variables are the location of the maximum power produced by the PV. Okay, so basically if you, and then okay, based on the flowchart and pseudocode, write the MATLAB script. Okay, so if you already complete all this, you write the MATLAB script. Okay, based on the flowchart and pseudocode, or you can use the list of instruction to write the script. Okay, okay, if this is just to make sure you're done it correctly. If the script is corrected written, PPVBG and VPV best global is around 89. Okay, PPV is around 89 and the VPV is around 30 with the error of 1. Okay, so that is the another task 3 and task 4. So for this one, okay, maybe 2 to 3 member can do it. Okay, because task 3 and 4 is quite difficult. And lastly, okay, task 5, okay, a sensor is needed to measure the VPV, okay, for the PSO. So if you look back here, okay, it requires VPV and IPV. Okay, so VPV and IPV, a sensor is needed to measure VPV for the PSO. The measurement of the sensor is provided in the Excel file. So I give you Excel file and find the, using curve fitting, find the polynomial expression 2 degree. Okay, and then relate the measurement to the sense voltage. So basically you have a real voltage. Okay, and then because you're using sensor, sensor will change the voltage actually, because controller only can handle very small voltage. So that's why you have to use a sensor to reduce the voltage, and then compare the polynomial expression with the real data. So this one you have to open polynomial, okay, chapter 12. Okay, for chapter 12 you have to find the polynomial expression. Okay, look at chapter 12. And then okay, this one I think it's easy because it's almost similar to the example given. And then lastly, to design a controller for the system transfer function for the power converter needs to be analyzed. So basically, let me check first. Okay, when it comes to designing a power converter, this is a power converter. Okay, I think you still not learn about power converter. Basically, power converter change one voltage level to another. Okay, so this power converter is boost converter. okay, maybe buck converter, depend. So the converter has transfer function. So this is the transfer function. So based on this, you have to write a script that produce figure 4. Okay, you have to see the response. So to do this, you have to make sure that you look at the angle. Okay, so you have to produce a magnitude and the phase. Okay, this one you have to use the angle. Okay, not radian. Okay, make sure you know how to do this. For this case, you need to know the chapter 13. Wait, chapter, sorry, I think, okay, I think chapter 12. Okay, this one. Okay, you have to determine the frequency response. So for question 5 and 6, it is can be done with one member only. Okay, one member can done this. Okay, only task 3 and task 4 is quite difficult. Okay, maybe 2 to 3 member. You have to use 2 to 3 member to do this. Okay, so that is it. Basically, all of these tasks is all in one project. Okay, so actually the objective is to help you design, okay, use MATLAB programming to complete the task one project. Okay, multiple tasks in one project. Okay, so try your best and make sure you do this. Okay, because the mark is quite large, 20 mark. Okay,